All right, so this is the flooring, and there were a bunch of holes you saw in the last video, and so I've used, this is called flex tape. Here, hold on a second. Product flex tape. Of course, I went and bought that, and this stuff is just like what you see in the floors of cars, so it must be the same stuff. It looks exactly like that. It's a rubberized tape, and it's got an epoxy on it, and so it's pressure activated, and so that's going to seal up all the little holes from the inside on, that's one, however many of those are, and there's a couple up underneath here too, so I had to seal all those up. And then you can see this pad I have here, and the pad is going to fill in these gaps. So that space there, space there, space there, space here, space there. Thanks to my son for having these for a project, and they're kind of a perfect fit. All right. One thing you guys are going to notice is that there is ridges inside the bed, and of course not ridges on the panels that I have. So when you stick them in here, they stick up a tiny bit. So my solution for that, we'll see if I do that for all of them, but I tried doing is cutting that way, this way, and making my own ridges, and then setting them in, and let's see here, that way, and then they sit flush. And so what we'll do with this one is I need to cut a slight ridge down this way, and then a slight, that looks like that one right there is about just a 1/4 inch. So I'm gonna cut that one here. Okay, and then I've got the ridge, slide it in, and now it's flush. I have to do the other side. All right, I'm gonna do that for the rest of them. Okay, and just like that, we've got all the little panels in. That's the little foam pieces. So covered that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't count. Anyways, you know, it doesn't have to be super pretty. Just wants to be insulation and some padding around, and we are golden. That cord right there is for the subwoofer. I figure I'll save that because I'm going to mount it up underneath the bed, or in this pocket right here where I need to make a cover anyways. Okay, quick update guys. What we need to do now, you saw that I tore the flooring out, all the carpets out, and we've got all the padding in. I've patched up all the holes, actually patched them up from the inside and outside, so we're ready to put in the flooring. A quick trip to Home Depot. We have an Ace in town now. I maybe should have gone there, but Home Depot. You want to see what $200 worth of plywood looks like? That's it. Just 3 small sheets of plywood, 200 bucks. Ouch. Wrong time to buy plywood, I guess. Anyways, so this 2 sheets will do the floors, the other sheets for countertops. Let's get started. All right, so making my templates. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Anyways, let's take a look. So I've got this cardboard template here, and what I'm trying to do is I'm going to do 1 4x8 sheet on this side, and then all I need is a smaller piece coming down this side, and then a small piece in back. So take a look at my template here that I made out of cardboard. I had the carpet, but wasn't sure that was going to be accurate enough. So that kind of slides in right where I want it. And I got there. Along here, there's going to be a little shelf thing, so that's going to come out there. And that goes up against the wheel well back here. And there's actually a cabinet right here, so if it's really close, it's good. It doesn't have to be exact, and it needs a little bit of room for the flooring to go through. So that's what we have, and it looks like it's pretty close. Now I gotta double check it a couple of times, and I'll put it out on the plywood and cut it out. So my template and you can see the lines here. Got the lines here cut out, so just a cut out there, a cut out here for the wheel well, That's really it. It's just 2 cutouts with all that funky design there. That'll do it all the way back to this point, and then the second piece is going to go back here. It'd be pretty small, and then this whole side will be another sheet. Alrighty guys, I'm going to get to cutting this piece and we'll see if it fits. Wish me luck. All right, so we got this first piece done, and let's take a look. Matches up right where I want it, which is really good. My cardboard cutout worked pretty well. I'm going to trim that little tiny corner right there off just a little bit because I've got kind of a sharp corner there, so I'm going to just buzz it off right where the carpet is, and where the carpet and the flooring will meet. Now I've got this side to do. Joy! Well guys, I'm getting lucky in my cuts, I guess, because now we've got the subfloor in from the front to 3/4 of the way back. That's back in the where the drawers will be, so there's going to be one more section to put in back there. Pretty easy cut. We've got some angle there on the back, and then it's just a squared off piece. And then we'll bolt in that subfloor and get some flooring down on it. Yoo-hoo! All right, floor is in the van, and let's take a look here. So it's something a little bit interesting. I know a lot of people aren't doing, and they get a lot of criticism for it, but I am screwing in the floor, the subfloor, just because this is a four-wheel drive van, and if you flop it over, I don't want the floor being loose inside the van. So I screwed it down, and it's fitting perfectly. So next we're gonna get on to putting in the rubber flooring. So we're gonna use this rubber flooring I have over here. I've been using for my, this is gonna be funny. So this was my workout area. That turns out this rubber flooring is like the perfect size. So I'm gonna clean it up and put it in the van. I know, I could buy more, but it's right there. And it's gonna take a while to get. It might take like a week or 2 to get. So if I just use that, it's good to go. So full disclosure, working on the flooring, and I'm putting in the rubberized floor, and I'm gonna do it in 2 pieces. I bought, where is the stuff? I wanna show you guys. So I bought the wrong glue, I guess. So I went into Ace Hardware to ask them what glue I should use for the rubberized flooring. And they said a carpet and sheet vinyl adhesive. And I, of course, you know, you guys are gonna comment below and tell me what I did wrong. But so I put the adhesive down on the wood, and then I ran the plastic down. You see, it didn't do anything. I pressed it down. It doesn't stick to anything, and it's just not even sticking. There's nothing that sticks to. I don't even get it. It's so maybe it's all soaked into the wood. So I'm gonna have to try a different kind of adhesive. At least the van smells really bad. So I've got that going for me. So we'll get that. I'll probably use some contact adhesive or something like that. So I'm gonna go back and see what I can find. But this Henry 356, yeah, 356, that's it right there, is not the best thing to be using for this. It's kind of the worst thing. It didn't do anything. Nothing. At least it didn't stick. Not with pressure. I waited for it to dry, pressurized it on there. Was really worried they wouldn't get it right in place, but no. So back to the store, see if I can find some contact adhesive, and we'll try that. All right, another day, another attempt at putting the floor in. So this is what I'm working with now. This is contact cement. It is old wood, and this is what it's looking like when I'm putting it down. I'll fold that over once that's dry enough, and then I'll do the next side. Actually, I should have done half at a time, so I could have actually, anyways, I can get to the other side. This will be a little bit more difficult. I don't know why I rolled it, but whatever. That's gonna work. I tested it out before I started on this sheet right here, which is totally secure. At least I know it works. A good idea to test it first. And the other stuff that I put down didn't seem to ever even set up. It's not even sticky now, which is really crazy. So see if this works. It should. It worked on the test piece. It should work there. It takes 20 minutes to set up, roll it over, and then do the next section and do the back section. So I'm kind of doing it in 3 sections, sort of the middle section, that section, and then that back section, where I should have probably just done half and half. Lessons learned every time. All right, let's take a quick look at what we've done. So I still need to finish this back portion here, and we need to squeeze out a couple little tiny bubbles, but the floor is in, and let's go around this side. So I also did the step, so into the step here, which it worked pretty well with that contact cement, and into the van. So we just push the bubbles out, and you can kind of just push them through, and they'll go right on out, which is kind of cool. So that's done. I need to buy a second piece for here. Why didn't I do a full piece? I think I covered that before, but buying a small piece I can get in a few days. A full sheet was going to take over a month. So since I had that, that's going to work. It's in place, and this will be underneath the bed, and there'll be 2 drawers over it, so you're really not going to see the seam. So that's perfect. So that is it for today's video. If you like what you're seeing, you want to see me do more, I've got awning, I've got oh, you know what, in the other car I have the solar system. So we're gonna do solar panels, we're gonna do the awning, we're gonna do the refrigerator, we gotta do the bed, all that stuff coming up next. So hit subscribe, hit like, that'll get me motivated, and I'll see you next time.